Good evening and welcome to Sunday Night Variety Hour at Outer Space Arcada. Tonight we're just going to do a clip show of the past two Saturdays, during which the Variety Hour crew got to participate, mainly by watching, and then Brandon did sound both Saturdays. We got to participate in a really cool event called Only Skin Deep, which was hosted at Synapsis in Eureka. And Only Skin Deep is an evening of art, poetry, and dance by humble creators of Indigenous, Pan-African, Latinx, Asian, and mixed heritage, organized and curated by Rachel Noel. This was the child edition, so people kind of like talk about their childhood selves a lot and connect to their inner child. And it was just like so inspiring both Saturdays. So we just want to share some of our favorite clips that we caught during that. Let's see. Another announcement is that tomorrow, on Monday, if you would like to get some feedback on a 2D work, 2D piece of artwork you're struggling with or just thinking about, come to Outer Space Arcada on the plaza at 6:30. We do a little informal art critique with Erica. I don't know her last name. And I think that's all we need to say. Let's just like watch these amazing performers. Thanks for Rachel and Synapsis for putting this on.
of watching my legs swing up and down as like the world is just kind of flying past me. I was in preschool. My aunt, Marcia, was my preschool teacher, and she taught me how to pump my legs, and I remember that very vividly. It's the first thing that I remember in my whole life. Yeah. I also wanted to share with you, a song. My mom is a singer, and she inundated my childhood with music, especially music coming from her own body, which is super cool. And there was this story called "I'll Love You Forever." I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's this beautiful children's story. And in the story, there's this recurring song that happens, and I don't know if this is like the tune, like I don't know where she came up with this tune, if she came up with it herself, but she would always sing it this way. I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. I think my mom's watching. I love you, Mom. Without further ado, I'd love to bring up the first artist of the evening, Bonnie Lay.
My locks are gorgeous. I got a lot stored in, so much it keeps outpouring. When it's outpouring, I stay inside, brainstorm about how I'm gonna get more than money can buy. I got honey by my side, no sweetener needed even for the bitterest times. They say when you arrive at your true self knowing and you show it, you attract those who float with you. I'm a poet. That's not a statement about what I said before, it's a statement about how I use these words for the enormous task of unjinxing my ass. I use these words to cast spells to retrieve me with mass psychosis stole from my folks in the Middle Passage. Life's a collection of books, this passage is prophecy. Biblical shit is what I managed to scribe out in my mind like scribes of the past did. I wrote in symbols, my essential oils bless the whole room. Those who say that I'm spoiled didn't know my glycemic load. Even non-diabetics go comatose if they take a whole dose too quick. That's why there's 365 days, it helps to even the intake. You could tell me to slow my roll, but I just laugh because I got thin brakes. Every intake of shoe, that's the breath, takes me closer to you. How I deflate my ego is to sit back and listen. I know what to do, only because I made a lot of mistakes. Life's about what we learn now, so I love myself. That's eternal. I peek my head out my shell like a turtle by getting on this mic. So every time I write, I think about it. It gets me excited like, no, well, this passion's ignited and I just can't fight it. I gave up fighting in the time of my enlightenment. That's the moment where I realized I always receive what I need as long as I'm writing this. That's my heart. From here, I keep writing this. To love yourself is righteousness. If you don't love yourself, that is why I exist. To be an example, a light in this darkness you call an eye. When the iris or raw shines upon you, don't hide your shame, guilt, or pain. Merge with your gifts, you'll be triumphant. That's why I'm here all the time with these words of empowerment. Because I invited it and it came in my life so swift and then it just clicked. All right, what I say is what I get. I'll go ahead and rewind a bit. What I say is what I get. I stay aligned with the first agreement. Every verse is an achievement. They said in BSU, believe it and you'll see it. What you looking for, you be it. I'm just myself. There, that's the secret. No stress, don't keep it. I am always here, even while I'm sleeping. When I'm woke, I give myself reason to be, but I easily see when I'm breathing and letting thoughts pass, I'm still dreaming. I wake up twice before the evening, do some yoga, steady season the day. No matter the weather, this is my season. A son of peace, Sahotep, geez, I'd say I'm genius. But I know that me is a collection of all that I know and everyone that I know. So to say I love myself is to say I love more than just me then.
Hi everyone. Thanks for coming and for sharing space and witnessing all of us as we participate in our living mythos and the storytelling that we get to participate in. That's what my first poem is about. It's about showing up to the stories that we've inherited and how we get to utilize our imagination to cultivate the kinds of places that we want to live in inside of ourselves, and how that's mirrored then in our interpersonal relationships. And I've been able to land into these sorts of skills and techniques through my journey in therapy. And I came to therapy for support in my interpersonal dynamics, and then it turns out that doing the work with myself and meeting myself where I'm at when I'm there is so much brings so much benefit to all of the experiences that I have. And so, yeah, here it goes. There is perception that isn't bound by sight. There are plenty, if not many, senses underneath the five. Journey of sensitizing, realigning with our capacities, wondrous modalities, iris mirrors of obsidian, indigos nestling into starlight, candles in the night. You'll recognize us by the shining of our lanterns, dim seating arrangements for courageous conversations, broadening scopes, laying down lenses, cooperative realities of dimensional varieties, Venn diagrams multiplied by infinity. What shape does that make? Where in all these layers do I become you? When does inquiry become a sharp sword? Turns out laying down defenses takes time. These protective mechanisms are keeping us alive. There is perception that isn't bound by sight. There are plenty, if not many, senses underneath the five. Sleeping dreams show us those stories that are sticky, the ones that have been stuck on a loop since before we were children. We've been learning, absorbing since utero, even before then as ovum in our grandmothers. Acts of survival and protection, coping through unfelt grief, silence, but not always. For here and now we are making spaces for felt expression, magmatic metaphors, melting that which needs reminding of the medicine in movement, magmatic metaphors erupting to the surface, fresh lava forming freed mythos. Rearranging and resurfacing story-making skills begins with noticing, giving voice to that which was silenced, left to fester, casted out. Just in case you hadn't heard, you are worthy. In these stories, fathers tell their daughters it's beautiful to cry, and even if nothing is fixed from it, let those eye rivers flow undammed and in full form. In these stories, trust grows in the garden near the roses and blackberries because vulnerability is worth protecting. The choice in opening lives in discerning, for everybody's safety is differing, no more generalizing. In these stories, we reflect the respect of acknowledging, recognition, and accountability. I see you, I hear you, I believe you.
If you don't know already, my name is Imani Fwe. I also go by Cora. You can follow me on Instagram if you do that thing at The Legend of Cora with 2 A's, like, you know, the avatar. But, yeah, I'm gonna share my next piece with y'all. Hey. And I just want everybody to know that we're all alchemists of energy. I took my pain in the power. I took my pain in the power. Hey, I took my pain in the power. Hey, I took my pain in the power. I took my pain in the power. Dropped in the dust and take me for showers. Started in mud and bloomed a lotus flower. Tapping my root, I bloom and I fruit. I'm empowered. The inner me is my only enemy. So I tap into my energy, create synergy. Imani, I believe. lightening, I spark heightening elevation. It's the healing of self, it's the healing of the nation. My notion is creation, alchemized thought to light, emanating, disseminating, proliferation beyond radiation and enslavement. Ancestry cultivating ultimate creation, ultimate creation. Yeah, I took my pain into power, dropped in the dust and came grateful showers. Started in mud, bloomed a lotus flower. I tapped in my root, blooming our fruit. I'm empowered. I turn my wounds into wisdom, losses to lessons, my scars to art, rained of blessings. Was empowered from the first spark of my conception. Was a victim of perception. Now my mind is set free. I'm winning, grinning, no second guessing, manifesting my visions, prolific and gifted. I rose from the trenches. I'm great. Be my witness. Prolific intention. Clarity on clarity stage. Whenever you near me, I spark the sight to you so clearly. Inspiring love atmospherically. I command my reality. We command our realities at ease. Ay. I took my pain into power, dropped in the dust and gave grateful showers. Started in mud, bloomed a lotus flower. I tap in my root, I bloom and I fruit. I'm empowered, growing in love and health, expanding my wealth, connected to all with the love that I see. It comes from inside myself. Connected to all with the love that I see, come from inside myself. Growing in love and health, expanding my wealth. Connected to all with the love that I see, come from inside myself. Come from inside. Come from inside. So I took my pain. Hey. Thank you, guys.
So I am really, really proud to welcome up a North Coast Preparatory Academy graduate of 2022, my love, Harvey.
I want to start out by saying that Timothy was not able to be here tonight and sends their love to all of you beautiful people. I was raised in liminal spaces and haunted places like an airport terminal or the well from The Ring. I was raised in a house with a wedding cake freezer and a belly like a beast, like a bedroom, like there is no difference after all. When I was 7, I was living in the moments between sitting down to take the test and actually being handed the papers. I was being chased by a serial killer who was fictional and not metaphorical, as most serial killers are and are not. I was probably trying to kill myself with an eating disorder, though I will never admit this to any therapist. I was born into the world with a head of hair, like a plot of upturned earth. I was raised a victim. I don't know how to write poems about my childhood without killing my childhood self in the process. I can only say it so softly. That little boy did nothing wrong. I can only say what he needed to hear. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. I was raised the way you look for a missing sock or outrun a werewolf, like it is your only purpose. I was raised in a house the size of a dime with a bellowing beast in its bedroom. Beautiful. I was raised by an Indian with a fox feather heart and a fear of my father. I was raised by a hurricane in California. I was raised in the liminal space between alive and not yet dead. I was born into the world as the plastic statuette on top of a wedding cake when I was 7. I was only a kid.
ain't bogus. We gotta make a way forward. For those behind, that's the responsibility away. Show us. Wasn't trying to be, but I guess that I gotta be. When you've been on the quest, you just know there's no way to stop it. The truth will always prevail. That's why I don't fear any outcome. Come in, take a look, like we'll always be sprouting. No need to hit the mountains to see that infinite fountain. You breathing it in this moment. The numbers that the accountant crunching are not amounting to who you really are. When it's the true voice that's the loudest, is when there is enough silence that gets drowned out by the loudest. Slow my breath down in the ends and the mouths of my doubting. Leave with chest out, your head down with powers the cowards. Soak in the sun like a flower. I could easily just lounge for a couple of hours. Fresh air just tapping into the art that surrounds me. Instrument for the greatest hands ever, they got me. The same that live inside the heart of a boxer like Ali, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther, everybody. Really, it don't matter about the images you got about it. The word was spoken for, it was written. These languages can't decipher it. It's more about what's behind them. An exhale that you was given to arouse you from sleeping to this dream that you call life. I hope you feel it in this beat. Hope you taste this dinner, it is sweet for your soul. All the bitterness just leaves. I am giving you these keys. Just remember they ain't really come from me. Nah, I am just delivering the peace that I'm feeling when relief for my grief. When you've been through shit, you split it from the seed. Soon you'll be as big as any tree and be in the position to receive. Then give it as fruit to who really in the need. It ain't about who's in the lead. Everything is seen together, though it doesn't really seem. Man is meant to be kind to everything that creeps. Dominion doesn't mean that we permitted to be mean. It comes back around, they gon' get it. Just forgive them, they don't see. Even when it's dark out, especially when it's dark out, the stars get brighter. The stars get brighter. Even when it's dark out, especially when it's dark out, the stars get brighter. Yeah, the stars get brighter.
So this next one I debuted at last Tuesday's Word Humble, so it's cool to be able to do this not a cappella. But this comes from the idea that, at least my perception of reality is that I am spirit in a body, having a human experience rather than the other way around. And beyond the physical plane, third dimension, there is no time, there is no past, present, and future. There's just the great all that is happening now eternally. And so I like the idea that if you, beyond time and space, remember that your inner child is always with you, and that there's also this wonderful, glorious being that you are to become, your future self, that if you allow those two parts of yourself to be with you when you present yourself to the world, it will make you more powerful. And so with that, this is called The Power of Three. If you want to master your destiny, then you gotta know something about the power of three. Time is an illusion, one day you see, there's just here and now for eternity. The you that was, the you that is, and the you that soon will be. brave and strong. Bring your past and your future selves along. You feel your confidence begin to rise, because your soul exists beyond space and time. So you can love yourself, be yourself. It's worth a while, hold them tight and don't let go. Your inner child, future self is shining bright and saying it'll be alright. Love yourself, be yourself. It's worth your while, hold them tight and don't let go. Your inner child, future self is shining bright and saying it'll be alright. You know it's gonna be alright. I said it's gonna be alright. Okay, so I got one more for you, and this was my submission to the Word Humble When I Die poetry contest, and it ended up getting me into a theatrical production called Mad Summer, which played months ago. I forget when it actually was playing, several months ago, at Del Arte Theater, and I'm excited to announce that it is coming back, and it's going to be at the Redwood Curtain Theater in October. And I sing this song in the show, and I play the character that is a woman that is so sad she hasn't been able to see her mother at the nursing home because they wouldn't let her because of COVID. So she pretends to be a fortune teller to sneak herself in so that she can break her mother out. And the irony of that is I actually do psychic readings as well. So I am a fortune teller that plays a woman pretending to be a fortune teller in the play. So interesting there. But yeah, this is called When I Die. When I die, when I'm dead, dead and gone, I want you to cry, but then I need you to carry on, 'cause I know that my soul has wings to fly, and I must see you again on the other side. When I'm dead, no more rising from my bed, I want you to sigh for the things you surely said, 'cause flowers on my grave ain't gonna soothe my soul today, and I will see you again anyway. When I die, oh Lord, I want you to cry, oh Lord. Till then, my friend, let's get together again and celebrate that we ain't dead yet. That's what I said. Let's celebrate that we ain't dead yet. One more time. Let's celebrate that we ain't dead yet. Yeah. Thank you.
Different things that I had thought about sharing about my childhood and the ways that I was shaped in my family. And I wasn't sure which poems or which way of sharing. So I was sitting and kind of panicking and wondering. Basically, what I would like to share on that is we come from places that shape our bodies, shape our nervous systems. And when we are hurt, we're usually hurt by nervous systems that are dysregulated. It can cause our nervous system to become dysregulated if we're not aware that this is what's happening. And there's been a lot of pain, and a lot to grow from, and a lot to understand and forgive in myself and in my background. And it feels like I have kind of done a lot of that. And I didn't know how it would happen, but it seems like it's happening. I traveled back in time to find you, me, maybe 9 years old. I traveled back in time to find you, me, maybe 9 years old. You don't really do what you are told. You are so beautiful. You don't really do what you are told. You are so beautiful. Hey, I'm you, us, we, me, and I just came to set a few things straight. Number one, friends / belonging. You're a little different. It'll be good. Keep playing soccer and football. It'll be good. Just be slow. Smile. They like that. Number two, neurodiversity. You're a little different. Your teachers are jerks. I'm so sorry. When you grow up, you're gonna do so much better than they did. And it's because of how they did what they did. Thanks, teachers. You need time. You need support. You need more resources than this 2002 world has at the time. You're beyond your time, it's okay. Don't worry about it, you'll be fine. Number three, boys. Hang in there, there's a lot of them. Number four, religion. We're thankful for the mixtures of our culture. We're thankful for the community. We know God is bigger than some of these things. God does not mind that we know that.
Yes.
They're all around. Number five, family. Oh boy. Well, it's not about you. You're together. And when you feel hurt, it's because there's hurt. That's true. But it's not your fault. It's not their fault either. There's just hurt. And for now, what you can do is you can hold yourself, breathe all the way into your belly, and there's no point in talking or fighting back. There's a whole lot of stuff going on in the brains. It doesn't make sense. Just say I love you. Give them a hug. They need your help. Number six, my favorite part. Well, nobody's told you about the nervous system yet. A lot of them don't even know what that is, even though they're adults. But here's some things that we can do. There's people in our audience, so we'll talk to them too. Audience people. Welcome to this conversation. We invite you guys to sit comfortably in your seats. We're going to talk a little bit about the nervous system and give some tools if you haven't heard them yet, and you probably haven't because maybe you're not on Instagram or social media as much as us kids are, if you're not also a kid. There's a nerve that runs in the middle of your body. It's pretty cool. It's connected to everything. It's called the vagus nerve. And it gets toned and changed as different things happen in your life. When you feel stressed, when you're yelled at, or someone's mean to you. The nerve sends signals out to your body that you're in danger. Turns off a part of your brain and tells you that things are just bad. Your blood changes how it moves, and it makes you not able to think as well. It's dangerous to be in this state, and it will make you think things that are not true. You want to calm yourself back down, help that nerve that runs in the middle of you to send out a good signal to your body. And there are some simple things you could do to do that. One of them is to hum. Audience, you sit comfortably where you are. Maybe you need to relax your neck. I invite you to engage on this somatic experience with us. And breathe in, and just exhale with a hum. Don't be shy. Your hum will sound pretty similar to the person next to you. You can do this at pretty much any time ever, and it will relax your body and lower your cortisol, turn off the fight or flight to get you into rest and digest. That's where you want to be. Any singing or engaging your vocal cords at all kind of does this. Another thing you can do, make sure you breathe all the way into your belly. When you don't understand what's happening, when things hurt, just take the breaths down, that's all. A lot of times, we only breathe into our shoulders, into this area, our chest. Tells your body there's danger, puts everything wacky, makes your shoulders and your neck tense. So just bring the breath down. Let's practice that for 3 breaths. Try to feel your belly expand. That's how you'll know you're doing it. Maybe you think this is silly, you might really need to do it. The last techniques that I wanted to tell you, that are pretty easy, are putting one hand on your heart, right around your clavicle area. This tells your nervous system that you are cared for and attended to. The nervous system doesn't care who's doing it, as long as someone's doing it. It relaxes you. Variations are 1 hand on your heart, 2 hands on your heart, 1 on your heart and 1 on your belly. And at any time, this releases oxytocin. It's similar to receiving a hug. You can give it to yourself anytime. The last one that I want you to know that you can use anytime you're feeling sad and mom and dad can't give you hugs is putting 1 hand under your armpit and the other hand over your arm. This has been scientifically proven to relax your body. It tells you that you are safe, that there is not a threat, and it calms everything down. So doing this whenever you need some care, they say you need 12 hugs a day to thrive. If you don't really want to make people hug you that many times a day, you can hug yourself. And the other thing that's been very helpful for me, now that I'm an adult, is temperature change. Cold showers really do work. They help your body adjust to the shock that also arises with anxiety. So then when anxiety comes, your body's like, I got this, we're comfortable. And it just starts small in the shower with coldness, and then you make it longer. Now I don't mind at all, and I can enjoy the river and the cold beach here pretty well. Well, thank you, self, for growing up, for your resilience, for your presence, for your belief that things would, could, should turn around and come for the better, and that you would grow love within your family. You did it. You can hug them pretty easily now, and they try to pull away, you pull them right back in, and they like it. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for your dedication to what you know is important to you. It's happening. It happened. I love you. I believe in you. And you are not alone. There's so many of us with you and for you.